What I've Done for Ukulele by Linkin Park. Now that's the introduction, which is normally played on piano, been rearranged for ukulele. You'll find this at the top and the intro of the PDF file that I would send through to you as well. If you need a copy of the PDF, just drop me a WhatsApp or feel free to email me via my channel. And once you've learned the intro, we're going to take it to a very unusual lead rhythm. It's meant to be done on guitar, but sounds quite cool on ukulele as well. It's the lead rhythm part, which should sound something like this. Nice finger style. You may use a pick as well. But before we go any further and look at the chords, let's start with the introduction. I'm assuming you've got your PDF in front of you, and we're going to zoom into our fretting hand and see what happens from there. We start with finger number 1 on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, string 1, string 2, string 3. Your first finger is on this, fret number 2, and you're going to start off playing the open top string, which should sound like that. Now on some ukuleles, your top string is going to sound like this. And you'll notice that that top string sounds a lot higher than the brown ukulele you just heard. That is because I've replaced this top string with a deeper pitched string. If you want to know how to do that, drop me a WhatsApp, but let's go back to the song. And we're back on the deeper sounding string there. Okay, we started off with the 0, 2. Notice my thumb on my picking hand is playing the top string, and my first finger is playing the string directly beneath it. So I'm alternating strokes between my thumb and first finger, and the rest of my hand I'm actually resting on the ukulele for support. So you'll notice while I'm playing, my wrist is gently bent, and it's not really moving. So you want to keep this hand over here as stationary as possible. Okay, now we've done the first 0, 2, 0, 2, and then you'll see there's a 3 on the 3rd string. Your middle finger, finger number 2, comes in. You pick that and you pull it off. So you'll notice over there that when I go from the 3 to the 2, this finger is still on the 2, and this technique over here is called a pull-off. Sort of flicks the finger off, and that sounds the other string. So if you watch my picking hand there, you'll see that I don't pick the 2 after the 3. Watch the slow motion. Sorry, let's start again. And then after that you get one more 0, 2. So the entire riff twice in a row should sound like this. I'm going to count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there you have it. Now if you want to pick all the notes, you may do so too, and you'd have this 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't really mind if you decide to pick all the notes, or if you do the pull-off. I like the pull-off personal. Okay, enough of that. Let's go on to the next part now, the lead rhythm, which is on red on your PDF. And I want to focus in nice and close now to see the chord shapes first. Our finger numbers are quite important to us. I've got my first finger, you can see it clearly labeled, 1st string, 1st fret, ring finger number 3, 3rd fret, 2nd string, and I'm plucking both strings together, so it should sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now I counted 1 and 2 and 3 and, because on the 4th count I leave my ring finger, he stays here, but that finger comes off, and then I play 4 and like that. So if I place them together, you're going to hear this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now on the picking hand, I'm going to use my first 2 fingers, so those 2 fingers here, my first fingers on the 2nd string, middle fingers on the 1st string. I'm resting my thumb on the other strings because I'm not using my thumb, so I'm picking it like this, nice and close. And I'm hoping you heard the change there again. If you want to play through with me, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. Now we're going to go back to your fretting hand once more, and the second bar starts off the same, But when you get to the end of the second bar, you've got a double 3. So you're going to have this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and what I've done there is I've brought my pinky number 4 onto the 3rd fret 1st string to get that for the 4-round count. Now, if that feels a bit squashed, if you feel your pinky doesn't go inside there nicely, you may do this as well. Place your 3rd finger flat. So you're going to override the 1. So you could also do this. Second bar. You may do that. Okay, let's try the 1st and 2nd bars together. See which one works for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... And then you go to the 3rd bar, super easy. 1st finger goes up a string. You're going to play that note and the open 1st string. And there's no changes in that bar. That is simply 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then for the double 3 in the last bar, I prefer the flat finger. You may do fingers 1 and 2 if you want to, so you may do this, or the flat finger, whichever is good for you. And you're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Or you can do this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Maybe the ring finger is a bit better because you don't have to move your hand then. So you can choose again, watch it for the double 5s at the end of it. Now I'm going to focus onto left and right hand quickly. And I'd like us to observe how the first 2 fingers start on this string, but when it gets to the end, it moves from these 2 to those 2 for when we get to the double 3 in the last bar. So watch for the transition from those 2 strings to those 2 strings. Okay, here we go. Nice and slow, the lead rhythm section the whole way through. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then you start all over again. Okay, so far so good. We're now going to go on to the verse. Now, if you listen to the song, please always listen to the song you're learning. It helps you get an understanding of the dynamics, the loud, the quiet, the speed, the tone of the instruments. For the verse, he goes quiet. So he sings, "In this farewell, there's no blood, no alibi." And then C minor, not a favorite chord. There we go, it's better. Okay, fingers squeezing in over there. But let me take you step by step through those chords. Going to focus onto your fretting hand. Okay, the chord diagrams are on the PDF, so I'm just basically repeating what's on your page. Finger 1, fret 1, string 1 for G minor. Middle finger goes to the 2nd fret, 3rd string from the bottom. Ring finger goes to 3rd fret, 2nd string from the bottom. This is your G minor. F, B flat, as you're jumping the gun here. B flat has got my 1st finger flat across both strings in the 1st fret. Middle finger goes to the 2nd fret, 3rd string, and ring finger goes all the way to the top, being string 4, fret 3, and this is my B flat. We got that. Next up is the F. That's what I was going to say quickly. Okay. I think most of you know F, finger 1 goes over here, 2nd string, ring finger to the top, that's your F. And then C minor. This is a lousy one because you need to bar chord it to get the best sound. So you're taking your 1st finger, placing it across all 3 strings, okay? And then you're going to be putting your ring finger to the 4th. So it's actually 3rd fret, 4 strings, sorry, not 3 strings. You're playing 3 because it's overriding it. And this is your C minor. 1st finger is flat. Ring finger goes to fret number 5, 4th string, and it sounds like this. So when you're playing it through, it's just basically one strum, and I'm going to show both left and right hands now. And here we go, G minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, back to G minor, 2, and 3, and 4, and B flat, 2, and 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you're going to have an E flat. Now E flat is going to look like this. 1st finger goes to string 1, fret 1, okay, 1st finger, and then we're going to place fingers 2 and 3 like this. Now the correct way is to actually do that, but I find it very difficult to get all my fingers into that fret. It's really quite a squeeze. So I cheat a bit and I do this, and then I don't strum the top string. It's much easier to get to. That's all you need for E flat. E, E flat. And you'll see on the PDF that third dot where I would originally expect to have my finger, it's in red. I'm not going to play that. Okay, so this is my E flat, and you simply go 2, 3, 4 and back to F. With the chorus, you can't play power chords the way you do on guitar. So what I suggest for the chorus, when he sings What I've Done, you'll notice that the sequence of the chord types are the same. G minor is now G5, B flat is now B flat 5, 5 means power chord, F becomes F5, and C minor becomes C5. So what I do for this, to get it nice and loud and sort of high energy, I just simply strum down on every single beat. So something like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if you want to add a little double strum just before you change, watch this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Can you hear the double there? And it sounds really cool when you got the speed. And that's all we really need in essence to get you through What I've Done by Linkin Park on a ukulele. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, queries, don't hesitate to drop me a WhatsApp. Always happy to help, and have an awesome, blessed day. Take care.